On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 162, recorded live on December 4th, 2016. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly, and I'm super excited to get on with the show. But before I do that, head on over to swashin.tv/schedule to see when all the episodes are going to be for this month, and also all the different guests we're going to have on. Right now, the only one I could say is that we have Cookie coming up next Sunday, so a week from today, and I kind of have to figure out the other guests. But yeah, so there you go. And also, if you want to submit your setup, hitmysetup.com/Q. That's the place to go. We're kind of booked up until episode 245 right now, so it's gonna be a bit of time, but what are you gonna do about it? So anyways, let's hop into the first setup of the day, submitted by Luke, who's 15, and he's a filmmaker. His YouTube channel is Min-Easy Productions, and it seems to be an ongoing thing where all the people today, almost all of them, are YouTubers. So yeah, taking a look at this setup, knowing that he's a filmmaker, I mean, all right. Okay, I don't really... What? Huh? YouTube, yeah. Well, he says all of his films are on YouTube, so if you guys want to watch them, that's where to go. But it is a very simple and elegant, yet sophisticated setup, which I thought was nice. I like seeing the Alex drawers because that gives him the nice option of storage, and storage is great. Now, one thing I thought was weird is why is the right drawer not all the way... I don't know what is going past. It's like a motorcycle crew, bro. But I don't know why the right Alex drawer isn't all the way to the side. You see how it's like on the left?
It definitely got more room.
Yeah, it just kind of looked like a little half-assed the way he put that on. And the desk kind of looks like it's forward on the right side. Like it's almost at an angle. Definitely something that needs to be fixed. So I definitely want you to figure that out. Now, people are saying his mouse pad is too small, but... it's a friggin' YouTube mouse pad. He's not going to get rid of that. Really, though, it's way too small. Usability, I thought, was okay. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Because, yeah, you have your laptop there. You want to be able to use it still. But I would most definitely have the monitor front and center. And that would be ideal. And then from there, you just put the laptop to the left or right side. Angled in a little bit, it would look a lot nicer. Now, it's just like everything else is sort of so bland and IKEA-ish with the simple light, the fake plant, the little phone charger, iPad, whatever. But we don't see a theme here other than the fact that he's got a little car. And I think the car is cool. Some people seem to be hating on the car. But I think someone said it breaks the minimalism of the setup. I don't think so. It matches the color theme and everything. I just maybe wouldn't put it under the monitor. Regardless, though, I do think he needs to rearrange and just fix the desk. It's weird. But yeah, theme is something you need to work on. So, yeah, that's simple. Let's go to the next one, submitted by Kevin, who's 17. He said that he was inspired to fix his setup, and this, I hope, was the before? Is that the before? No, I'm just kidding.
This is the before.
The next photo, no, I'm just kidding. This is the fixed one, so... okay, I can imagine that your setup was a lot worse. I'll say that. But you didn't finish it. I mean, first off, speakers. My dude. What the fuck? No, you can't. The rear speakers never go in front of you. I'm pretty sure that's why they're called rear speakers. The PC, not bad, but maybe it'd be better on the floor. It just give you a little bit more breathing room. Your hand's a little close to it, so when you're moving the mouse around, you smack it into the PC. No bueno. So I definitely think you want to put that down lower and then kind of center yourself out on the desk again. It would be nice. Plus, having the PC so close to your bed, you wake up from a nightmare, you cry for mom, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you hit your head into the damn PC. So, yeah. Plus, you have an outlet up on the middle of the wall. That sucks. I mean, there's not a lot you could do about that, but maybe just keep it a little bit neater, like the other cable that's showing, and then maybe get a little piece of wire mold, something to that extent to just kind of hide it, or maybe find a white one online. There's just a white cord for your power supply. But yeah, those are the main things that I would fix. The posters on the wall, you know, it's cool that you got the maps from different games like GTA and whatnot, but they're crinkled. You can see the light reflection. I would probably frame those if you want to keep them there long term. It would just be the smartest idea. But yeah, I think everything else is nice. You know, you got your pedals there because you obviously don't want to take them on and take them off. That's one thing we'll talk about later in another racing sim setup. And then you got your subwoofer. So it's not bad. I can imagine that it was a lot worse, and that's why you fixed it up. But those few key things that I mentioned would take this to the next level. So now let's go to the next setup submitted by Bogdan. Bogdan's 14. He uses his setup for graphics, motion design, and gaming, and his YouTube is KiboFX. So it's KIBOFX. Now, this is funny because he's 14 and apparently he's a motion design graphic guy and all that. So that always makes me laugh. But I was the same way. I was 12 and I was like, I'm a professional graphic designer. Everybody step back. You know, I'd be like in tech class when I was 12 and they're using MS Paint. I'm like, you guys got Photoshop on this computer? Because I can't use Paint. But yeah, so this setup, I mean, interesting, definitely interesting. The colors are just, oh God, they're hideous. I mean, that wool color, I would hope that your parents surprised you with that and you didn't hand select that color. And then you got the drawer, which completely goes against the wool color. So it's very interesting to say the least. But everything else is, I mean, the speakers are taking a little nap laying down, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you have the room to put them up. And then, yeah, everyone's making fun of the keyboard, but you know what, man? Those are those ergonomic keyboards where actually, according to scientific research, that's the best place to put your hands and get the most effective typing method. But I don't know how anyone ever actually uses that because that looks really uncomfortable. And again, with the small mouse pads, what the and then someone said, why is there a tripod? You don't know what he does in his free time.
Light.
That's a light? No.
It looked like it was connected.
Oh.
The tripod to connect.
Yeah, we got the Pixar lamp. And then we have the tripod with no camera on it. But I would assume that's when he's doing his tutorials because he probably works for Adobe. He's like, welcome to Photoshop tutorials. Hi. And then he's got another mouse pad just for his TV remote. So really like the attention to detail there. Don't let the remote feel left out. You know, you want to make it feel good, and you did that. But really, I think the desk is kind of garbage. And, you know, having the PC there, I think kind of just a new desk, a new wall, a new house, maybe a new life, maybe just start over. I think that'd be great. No, I'm just kidding. But really, I think the desk and really just the desk kind of ruins this. But really, the wall color.
The carpet's blue too.
Yeah. He might be.
At least paint the wall like a different color.
He might be colorblind. And if you are, then I don't know, get over it. Fix your room, man. God. No, that's mean, but he's probably not. He's just confused. Anyways, next set of the day submitted by Vortex, who's 12, and his YouTube channel is Vortex Venoms with a Z. And I know his name's not actually Vortex. I'm not that dumb. He just never provided his actual name. Okay. Now this one, I'd like to see him and just right across the damn face, because how is that you? Okay, actually, the real reason I'd smack him is for the keyboard. It's like a fire thing. Like, what? I don't like it. This just hurts. I mean, I don't. It's not bad. It's not bad. He's got the water speakers. I'm a big fan of that. But I think like the laptop and the other monitor, and then the thing. What is the thing with the light there? Yeah, what is that? What is that? It's like it looks like a speaker, maybe
I couldn't tell.
like a Bluetooth speaker or something.
Bluetooth garbage can or something.
Yeah, so let me know in the comments if you know what that is, because I would like to know. But then, you know, his mouse pad's a little bit bigger, so that's nice.
Well, it's falling off the desk.
It's falling off but it's a little bit bigger. That's what happens. You get a bigger one and you got problems, you know. But I think, you know, that little storage bin with the laptops kind of got to get figured out. But above, he does have some stuff on display. You can't necessarily see it all that well. Maybe if you went full shot, you'd be able to see it a little bit better.
With the cropping.
Okay, well, I'll tell you. Yeah, there's like a I think an R8 and some other little car figurines and an Elgato box and stuff like that. But, you know, nice, simple, easy stuff. Has anyone said in the chat? My chat kind of froze. They don't know what that black thing is.
Some people are saying like speaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like one of those Bluetooth speaker things. Regardless, interesting setup, but there's no depth to the desk, which makes it really hard to use. And I think it's just another situation. I feel bad saying this, but most of these setups are garbage today in terms of categories being broken down. Yeah, it needs to be helped out a little bit. So I'm not going to really hurt his feelings too much, but it needs help. Let's go to the next setup, though, submitted by Trey, who's 16. Now, Trey likes video games, and his YouTube channel, if you couldn't tell, is actually Rhett and Link. He's Rhett and Link.
What?
Yeah, no, it's Cypress, and Cypress here, man, it's not bad. It's not. I think it gets the job done, but that desk is so sad. And you have the computer hooked up to the laptop hooked up to the TV. So I hope you don't actually try to use both at the same time. He's like, let me just see here. I'll just throw out my school paper if I could just see the damn thing. Yeah, but the desk is really sad. Yeah, that makes me sad. But it's not really a setup. It's more of an entertainment place. You know what I'm saying? So I think that part of it's cool, but I don't like having all the iPad and everything just laying there. Maybe get like one of those nice little bins you could put the different products in standing up and blah, blah, blah. But then you got to get wire molds. And yeah, someone just said, I wish there was a skip button. I feel you there, man. Theme, all that. I mean, if your theme's mustard, then good job. But yeah, all right, speaking of mustard, let's hop on to the next one, submitted by Will, who's 12, and his YouTube channel is The Only Ginger Gamer, and it makes sense. He's a ginger, he has no soul, and that's why his setup looks like this. And I don't actually mean that because he's probably offended because he's 12 and I'm being an asshole, but this is an updated photo too. He's like I felt bad about all the mess, so I cleaned it up. What the okay. Really though, man, I want to say you did a great job, but okay, all right. Usability, he's sitting there, his speakers, they're good. The weird speakers pointing up to the sky, but going
right up to his ears.
Right up to his ears. And actually the sound waves bend. But that part of it's cool, but the surrounding area and the wire management and the out of sight, out of mind, the accessories theme, all those different things, not the best. So I'm not going to sit here and hurt your feelings, Will, or Billy, whatever you like to be called, because it said two different things in your name. But just try a little bit harder. I think you'd be good.
Why didn't you put the computer like inside so you can put the desk over to the right more? Because the computer's down there.
Tom, I don't think.
And then you can put it against the wall, and then I think you would open up.
I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think he knows. I think Billy's lost. Anyways, all right, let's go to the next setup of the day, submitted by Samuel. Now let's talk about Samuel's setup. Samuel's obviously not at the same level as those other people. Samuel's 16. He's a photographer who painted his room himself, with some tape, different colors, and a little bit of motivational.
That should be the setup episode name.
Yeah. Back for Will, aka Billy. Never give up, my dude. Really, never give up. So, okay. At first glance, it looks like a 3D render. It's like really kind of aggravates me, actually, because everything looks so like post-processed that it seems fake, especially in the next photo. It just looks fake. But yeah, I think the walls, first off, that's very unique. Some people will say it's a little too crazy. I kind of think it's a little too crazy.
I like it.
Thomas likes it. I think though, I think the tape for the letters, that you could have just waited and actually got like a decal that would have looked nicer. Because look at like the eye, because he just did that with like tape basically. Yeah. It's which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but never give up. I mean, you should have given up and then put a decal and it would look nicer, but that's just me being a douche. Now, everything else, though, my main keyboard, damn, I just gave away what I was going to say. My main problem was there's no keyboard or mouse, and I wanted to think like, oh, maybe, and then I was like, maybe what, Matt? There's no other solution. Maybe he uses his keyboard and mouse on his laptop? Maybe he has bent body parts? Like, I don't know, maybe his arm is crooked. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, for me, I think that it's, we have NFL Network up on the TV, and they're showing, like, Eli Manning when he was drafted to the Chargers, and he looks really upset. But anyway, sorry, I was getting distracted. But, you know, that part, I'm not really completely, I'm a little confused there. So maybe he can explain that. But also, I think it's really, considering how nice it is, it's kind of like not the best use of space. I don't like how the console's over there in the corner with the pair of headphones and then the other pair of headphones, and then he's got like the empty bottles and like all the random knickknacks and
Tabasco sauce on his desk.
Yeah, but it's empty.
What's that red liquid in there?
No, it's just a label.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think like that whole part of it just kind of looks like awkwardly placed. He's got some random stuff that doesn't really make sense. I don't like the full utilization of the setup. I also think the shelf to the right, he's got like deodorant on there, and like it just a lot of random things. It's not really the best overall. But in all the other categories, he did a great job. Didn't understand the keyboard and mouse thing and whatnot. But yeah, I think that everything could be placed a little bit nicer. And he's got that poster above. It's like a metal print, which is nice. But he said he's going to get something bigger. And I was going to say that because it's small and like really underwhelming. Plus, he has the Lambo pick or the whatever, Aventador or Ferrari or something like that. He said that's covering something, so that's why it's there. And I was going to say that's like in a really bad spot. It's like really random. It's right up against the wall. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts though on this one. I think there's a lot of cool, unique factors to it, but it's just like, you know, a lot of random miscellaneous stuff that could easily be cleaned up and make it a little more presentable. Maybe spend a little more time on making the desk presentable. But I think the peripherals missing is like a huge confusion piece for me. All right, so this next setup is the best of the episode, submitted by Brad, who's 35. He's a first-person shooter gamer, and he also is into sim racing. Now, if you look at this setup, you're like, but wait, how does he do it? Because you look at the third photo, you see he's got bikes and stuff, but then he's got a chair to that left side there, and it's like, why is his chair over there? Oh, I don't know. Because he turned his friggin' closet into a racing sim setup? What? That is absolutely amazing. And he said the idea here is that basically he had the issue where he didn't want to keep taking his wheel and pedals and putting them away and then setting them back up and then so on and so forth. So he decided that he would just turn his closet into the racing sim setup. And he absolutely loves it. So I think that's a great use of space. Wonderful job. And it's funny. Someone's like mad about the placement of all the sound foam. I don't think it's like, it's more aesthetic than anything. I don't think he's actually trying to dampen the sound. It just looks badass. And I think he did an awesome job. But we're not going to I guess I could share my quick thoughts on the racing sim. You know, awesome. I love it a lot. I think he did a great job with it, and I could see how it would be annoying to have to keep taking things up and down and up and down. So doing that was perfect, and you have the right amount of space for it, and it's just enough. Great job. But now let's talk about the actual setup where we're going to give points and things like that. Wonderful job. I think the right side definitely needs a little bit of loving, just a little bit more. Not necessarily like add more consoles or do this or do that, because he obviously has a fair amount, but I think adding a bit of color or just something red to kind of follow suit with everything else, I think would be great and would really kind of be like, oh, that makes sense. Nice, good, cool, which is cool. And then he's got the TV right there, which if you can't tell, it's got left and right speaker and a center one mounted underneath. So that's cool. I like that. But the setup itself is pretty good. I think I wanted to confirm with you guys in chat, is that the subwoofer to the speakers? I can't, I'm almost positive, and if so, I would like to see that down on the floor, but I don't know if it is. I'm pretty sure it seems to be it. I don't know what else it would be. So I think that is one thing I would recommend, but I think it's so simple someone said, yeah, it's just the it's like the tiniest subwoofer. So I can see why he'd want it on his desk, because he probably doesn't get any bass at all. But I don't like it there. I mean, it's small enough to where it doesn't matter, but you don't want to like have nothing on your desk overall and then have like everything cramped into that corner side. So it's such a simple, nice, awesome setup. It just works. It's really, really, really nice. And I like that, you know, theme is pretty simple. It's got the Call of Duty going through it, the black and red, and then the bikes, which I think the bikes, that's super cool. You know, I ride, of course. You can see I'm like, you know, really light and ripped, and my legs are just pulsing all the time because I'm on a ride right now, man. Like, yeah. I just want to get up and ride, but I'm not, because I'm doing a show. But God, I wish I could ride. But really, so I think maybe what you could do is get yourself a new sub. That's like, I don't know, 18 inches, and then put it right under your desk and then watch everything fall off your wall. I think that'd be really cool. But really, the subwoofer, I would change that. And really, you did a great job. I almost gave you 100, I'm pretty sure. And I love the racing sim setup. So great job. Really, really like it. And if you get some better pictures, like really nice, well-lit, high-quality photos, would love to get you on Setup Spotlight. But anyways, let's go to the next and final setup of the day, submitted by Andrew, who's 13. Now, he said that the right side is for homework, the left side is for gaming, and his YouTube channel is Impacts with an X. So IMPAX. Yeah. Anyways, taking a look at this. I don't like that desk. I hate it. I don't like that desk. Sam, I am. That desk I do not like. Sam, I am. Really, the desk looks like I could kick it and it would just go and fall apart and then set itself on fire and then explode. But then it's weird to me, right? I look at this and I'm like, but wait, that desk for homework looks nicer than his actual desk. I mean, it's not the best desk ever, but it does look a little bit nicer. So I would like to maybe see if you were to swap how that would go. If not, I think maybe just a whole new desk. They make these things called L desks, which are really cool and revolutionary. So if you're looking to actually have a spot for homework and a spot for your actual setup, then you should check that out. I think that'd be good. And by doing so, maybe things would just work out a little bit nicer. Like, you know, the PC wouldn't be in your leg space. The wire management wouldn't be as crazy. The random things all over the place wouldn't be a problem. And most of all, your usability would be a little bit nicer. You wouldn't be as tight. And then you could focus on personality, because we don't see any personality. So Andrew, I think the simple thing here is to get a new desk. If you can't get a new desk right now, I'd swap the desks out and then move the PC to a better spot where it's not as close, a little bit further away. Give yourself a little bit more breathing room. And once you do that, then start working on your theme. But I think that's all you need to do. Okay. Thank you for watching. It's time for the part of the show, though, where we give scores. So the first set of the day, submitted by Luke, 74, Kevin, 58, Bogdan with the 62, Vortex with the 64, Trey with the 76, Billy with the 60, Samuel with the 78, Brad with the 92, Andrew with the 68, and that's all we got. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 162. We're live on December 4th, 2016. My name's Matt Philly. Find me on Twitter at Philly, and thank you for watching. Have a great day, and damn, ho, ho, ho. That's it.